Hello, hello. Alrighty, we are on to our next conic. We've done circles, we've done parabolas. We are now going to learn how to graph an ellipse. So the equations are very, very similar to each other for the wide ellipse and the tall ellipse. And the only thing that's different is where's the A and where is the B. Okay, so if we look at our ellipse, A is the distance from the center to the vertex. So distance from center to vertex. B is the distance from the center to the covertex. Center to covertex. And C is the distance from the center to what is called the focus point. Okay, so center to the focus point. So our equations, a wide ellipse is x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. For the tall ellipse, notice the only thing that changes is where's the A and where's the B. So the A is always bigger. So if the bigger number is under the X, it's wide. If the bigger number is under the Y, it's tall. Because just think graphing. X's go left and right, Y's go up and down. Just like with the circle, the H and K represent the center. And then, like we said, A is the distance from the center to the vertex. So if you go to the center and add and subtract A from the X value, that takes you to a vertex. And if you go to the center and add and subtract B from the Y value, that'll give you a covertex. And the focus is always the same direction as the vertices. So again, if you go to the center and add or subtract C from the X value, that takes you to a focus point. Okay, so for the tall ellipse, these are just the opposite. For the vertex, you're going to add or subtract the A from the Y value. For the covertice, you're going to add or subtract the B from the X value. And for the focus points, you're going to add or subtract the C from the Y value. With variables, it actually is kind of confusing. It's actually easier on the graph where I just usually find my vertex and then write down what it is. All right, so for our example, x squared over 16 plus y squared over 81 equals 1. So a is always the larger number. And so this is a squared, so take the square root, a equals 9. This is b squared, take the square root, b equals 4. Since there were no h's and k's, our center is the point 0, 0. And then for our A, well, it was underneath the Y. So that just says go up 9 and go down 9. So if we go up 9 and down 9, we're at the points 0, 9 and 0, negative 9. B is 4. So from our center, I just go right 4 and left 4. So our covertices are at plus or minus 4, 0. The focus points are always the same direction as the vertices. So since it was a tall ellipse, we're going to go, and I just used my calculator to figure out what approximately this equals, and it's a little bit, barely over 8. So from my center, I went up just over 8, and I went down just over 8, and I plotted my two focus points. So there's the picture of my ellipse that has an A of 9 and a B of 4. All right, so let's try the next example. So in this case here, well, this is a squared, which means a is 5. And this is b squared, which means b is 3. There's no h and k, so our center, again, is at 0, 0. And since a is 5, and it's underneath the x, that means from our center, we're going to go to the right 5 and to the left 5, because x's go left and right. So that means our vertices are at plus or minus 5, 0. Since a is 3, that means from our center, we're going to go up 3 and we're going to go down 3. So our covertices are at 0 and plus or minus 3. Okay, so to find the focus points, oh, I forgot to cover that here. A squared minus b squared equals c squared. So I say c squared equals 25 minus 9, so c equals 4. So the same direction as the vertices, I went to the right 4 and to the left 4. And so that means our focus points are at plus or minus 4, 0. Okay. And just to go back here, c squared equals 81 minus 16. So that's how we got c equals the square root of 65. And that's page 1.